Good afternoon, everybody. This is Maria Fernanda Gualotuña from Toluca, Mexico, ready to begin the class today. Welcome to all of you who are coming to the class today. Thanks to Tutor Fontaine, who's going to be the speaker today after my presentation. Welcome, Brighton. Welcome, Fatima, Euster, Santillan Maria, Charles Bull, Stephanie Aguirre, Mark, Kurfi Saraden, Aminat Mohamed Oyiza, and Chioma Betel. I have a person which is Samsung SM, but I don't know who is. So please, if you can change your name or tell me your name in the chat and I will change it. Welcome to everybody. Today is Thursday, 21st of August. Ready to have the last module of the Diploma Teacher Tutor in this cycle. Don't worry, if it's your first class or if you have registered didn't not attendance these classes, don't worry because we are going to restart the modules in the next Thursday. The next Thursday, we will be working with the module number 1 so you can complete the 10 activities, synchronous activities that you need to complete for the diploma. Before to start, I'm going to share with you the screen because I'm going to explain how to work in the virtual campus. Okay, to join into the virtual campus, we are going to get into the link www.campusfmm.com. I will repeat, www.campusfmm.com. This is the access for the virtual campus of the Fundación Marcelino Munoz. Then we are going to have this area of the virtual campus. These are the areas that we have for the develop these programs. This is in Spanish, this is in English, this is in Portuguese, and these two areas are for parents and students, but both of them are in Spanish, so it's not offered for you. We are going to check into the English area and click it here. Doesn't matter the generation that you are registered. Click it there in the English area and you will check this. Here we have two options. Register for the generation number 9, if you have not registered it yet. I'm going to click it here and you will see this form to complete with the information to be registered into the platform in English. If you have registered, you scroll down a little bit more and you will see the 3 generations that we have activated in English now. The generation number 7, which was registered in June. The generation number 8 for people who registered in July, and the generation number 9, which the people who has registered in the month of August. If you register in the month of June in the generation number 7, you have until September 30th to finish all the process. If you have registered in generation number 8, you have until October 31st to finish the activities. And if you have registered in generation number 9, you will have until November 30th to finish the activities. So I am registered in generation number 8, so I'm going to show you how to work it. Okay, I'm going to close this because I was open. Okay, if you click, I'm going to back. If you click in generation number 8, this is going to show you the virtual campus generation number 8. Click it here, which it says login, and it would ask you the username and the password. The username is the first part of your email address. I'm going to write my email address. This is my email address, but the password, the username is only the first part before the @ and the password is the password that you have created when you register. So we say login and we are into the virtual campus. We are going to go here, new teacher tutor program, and here we have all the areas that are available to review for us. Here we have our library, messages of interest, and getting to know you. These messages of interest, maybe you can contact with other people who is making this program. Questions and concerns. If you have any question, you can write it here. Schedule and video conferences and activity management. I prefer to go into here than here because this is more complete. As you can see here, I have general module 100%, module 1 100%, and module 2 75%. I could click it here and check that all the parts here had this green circle. Or click it here and check it here. I have the green marks in each square. That means I have completed those activities. Now I have to complete this activity, so I could click it here or here in the blue signal. You see? So I have to answer the quiz. And I'm going to answer the quiz. Regular class attendance contribute to students' personal development. True. We are going to complete this as we think, as we have reviewed it, as we have listened it into the class. Give me a minute because I have people in the waiting room. Okay, skipping classes has a positive impact on the student's future. False. Attendance in classes is crucial for building connections and networks in an academic environment. True. Class attendance is an indicator of commitment to students. True. Attendance class is an important requirement for completing a professional career. True. Class attendance strengthens the students' path toward their life purpose. Each day a student goes to school represents a step toward success. Missing classes affects only academic knowledge, not the student's social development. Class attendance is an important factor for academic performance. It's essential for acquiring the knowledge and skills needed in professional career. I have finished it. I have checked it here. And I have these, all the answers are right. You see? I have finished it. If I am not agree, if I want to make another one, another time, time again, the quiz, I could click it here, reattempt the quiz. As you can see, I have 10. This is my qualification. So now I have this in the blue color. And I have to complete my certificate. Okay, I'm going to show you here, which is the same. You see, done. So I have to download my certificate. Okay. Here is the certificate of the module number 2 with my name as I completed in my profile. Then I have, again, to show you how it changed the color. I'm going to keep this. Yeah, I have keep it. So in my profile, you could see now I have the module number 2 with green color. That means I have finished module number 2. In this way, we have to work with all of the modules. Could be here or could be here. It's the same. Okay, that is how do I have to show you how to work in the virtual campus. For Charles, are you clear now, Charles? Charles Sibul, are you okay now with the information? Okay, I think he's not listening to me. Okay, this is the way that we have to work in the virtual campus for complete the diploma teacher tutor. Now, we are going to introduce you to Tutor Fontaineberry. She is from Cameroon, and she was graduated in the 3rd and the 4th generation of the teacher tutor diploma. Actually, she was the pioneer, one of the pioneers of this program in Africa. And she will present the module number 10 as a tutor. Welcome, Tutor Fontaine.
Thank you very much, Teacher Fernanda. Thank you. Thank you to all the participants. And can we start the class, Tutor?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I am Fontaineberry from Cameroon. Just like Tutor Fernanda told us, I am one of the pioneers. I did the first batch of the tutor teacher in Africa. And it's a pleasure to share with you the 10th module. Thank you to all the participants from the entire Africa and the entire world. So we are going to start with Advanced Comprehensive Educational Program, Increasing School Retention, module number 10. Okay. We have the next slide. I will read the presentation because it's much more better when we read the presentation. Presentation, the Marcelino Munoz Foundation is a non-profit, political, or religious organization, widely known in Mexico with international projections, which has expanded in America, Europe, Africa, through the development of educational programs of great value, which can be evaluated by institutions. Next slide. Okay. Now, at the beginning of the class, the teacher, the tutor, enters the classroom or virtual classroom with the initial motivational capsule. Tutors, I want to know from you, since you started this program from module number 1 to module number 9, have you been able to participate or lead your students with this same motivational capsule? I want to know if somebody has done it. Please just lift up your hand. Is anybody listening to me? Has anybody tried to use this initial motivational capsule within classrooms? Okay, within their classrooms or within the context of the family with your children, because actually the purpose of this training is for us to be able to use these motivational capsules in our communities, in our classrooms, in our families, to impact our students to live in a life of purpose. So I will start by introducing the initial motivational capsule, and you repeat after me. In Cameroon now, it is evening. So, good evening, students.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening for you, tutor.
Okay.
Evening.
Then the teacher will ask, how are you?
How are you?
In peace, free, happy,
Happy,
successful,
successful,
and
and
fulfilled.
fulfilled.
Successful.
I'll repeat it one more time. How are you?
In
In
How
peace,
peace,
is
free,
free,
happy, successful,
successful,
and
and
fulfilled.
fulfilled.
Okay, we want to see the energy behind the teachings when your students will reply in peace, free, happy, successful, and fulfilled. They need to see it within them. They need to be happy. They need to feel successful. They need to feel fulfilled. So that's the initial motivational capsule. Next slide, tutor. Okay. Tutor Oche Patrick. Good evening. Please, can you read us the purpose of the teacher tutor diploma? Tutor Ushe Patrick, are you there? Okay, I think he's left. May have
Can I
connection.
read it?
Okay, go ahead, read, please.
Okay. Purpose of the teacher tutor diploma. The fundamental purpose of the teacher tutor program by the year 2050 is to reduce the educational gap, and for 70 out of every 100 students who begin primary school to complete a professional career, and thus, in this way, achieving the necessary quality of life in people in their most sublime purposes, living in peace, free, happy, successful, and fulfilled. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, tutor Aminat. Now, our
You're
next slide.
welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay. Tutor Memory, good evening and welcome. Please, can you read this slide for us, Tutor Memory?
Okay. We said Decalogue teacher tutor. Number one, guide students in the course of their professional career. Two, advise students on the importance of attending classes. Three, advise them on the benefits of punctuality. Four, accompany them when they have failed subjects. Number five, I can't see my spacing.
Okay. Number five is guide them about sales and being entrepreneur. I'll read number
Good.
6. Number 6 is motivate them to learn.
Speak in public. 7, guide them to make good decisions. 8, encourage them to develop social projects. 9, promote the practice of values. And 10, practice someone is talking. Practice physical, mental, and emotional health.
On emotional health care. Thank you, tutor. Thank you.
Thank you.
So today, we are doing our last module, which is promoting physical, mental, and emotional health care in students. I would like to ask one question to tutors. What is the relationship between the link between academic performance and mental, physical, and emotional health care? Just one sentence or 2 sentences from 2 tutors or 3 tutors, then we'll start our module. Yes, tutor Memory.
Once again, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Rather, when we are talking of cognitive domain, we expect some flexibility, reception, and at the same time, wellness of a student simply can captivate and translate the informations into realities. Thank you.
Okay. Who wants to talk also? Is anybody having something to say? Rabiu, is your hand up? Okay, Tito Fatima, go ahead.
Good evening.
Good evening, Tito.
Greetings from Nigeria. It's Tutor
Thank
Hafsa.
Okay.
Rabia, thank you. You asked of the connection between these three, that's the physical, emotional, and well-being. I feel from my own point of view, it's that the brain connects everything. So literally, we get the signals and the information from our brain, which is the center of memory and other functions of the body. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Tutor. And we have a comment on the chat section by Tutor Leonardo, who says students who are physically healthy have more energy and can focus better in class. So we really know that mental health, emotional health, and physical health linked to one way or another to academic performance of each student we are teaching in school, even the children we have at home. So, Tutor Brighton, can you please read this particular slide? Tutor Brighton. Okay. If Tutor Brighton is not ready, can somebody read this particular slide for us, please?
Can I read?
Yeah.
Yes, you can go, Tutor George.
Okay, so mental health affects everyone from childhood to adulthood and impacts a person's psychological, emotional, and social well-being. When mental health is affected, it can lead to mental illness, diagnosable conditions that negatively affect the way a person thinks, feels, and behaves. Thank you.
Okay. I would like us to look at these three images. Let's start with the first image up. What does it translate to you when you see this first image? What is the translation on the image above, please? The floor is open for you tutors to give me a comment on this image.
Good evening from Venezuela.
Okay.
It's translate for me that the person is worried about something, might be a position of the body also, anxiety and some type of preoccupation they might have there.
Thank
That's
you,
what
dear
it's.
tutor. Thank you very much. That's a very good comment, and also it translates exactly what the image is all about. Anybody else has a comment, please, on the first image? Okay. Personally, when you look at this person, the way the person is sitting, it's like the person's world is all chattered. Everything is not moving, and they are like, how can I come out of this situation? And sometimes abandoned to themselves, they just want to let it go. They just want to feel discouraged. They don't want to move forward. So it's important and primordial for us to boost up the morals of our students in our classrooms, of our children in our homes, the children around in our community, because at some time in life, people just get fed up. And it's not always easy because not everybody's emotional health state of mind is the same, is built the same. Some people just need somebody to boost them up. And just like social well-being, some of them will want to withdraw. Like if you see the way the position she is taking, actually the environment around her is so empty, isolated. So nobody is within her. And she just wants to find her comfort in her zone, just alone. So the picture speaks a lot. The person doesn't want to socialize. The person is fed up with life. The person is like, oh, what? And you know what next can happen to such a person. So thank you very much. Does any other tutor has a comment to make on this particular picture? If no comments, then we are going to go to the next slide. Okay. Next slide. Okay. Now I will read this next slide. This indicates that mental illness is a real biological condition and not a behavior that goes against social expectations and cultural norms. Okay, tutors, please, can we give a comments again on our first slide? There's a flower and there are two connections. There's a red image and something white. Please, can somebody give me the connection within this particular picture, this first picture, especially? Okay. Okay. Tito Aminata says it's rainy and the network is unfavorable. Okay, Tito, you can continue listening to us, and after this, we'll have the recording of the teaching, so you can keep yourself updated. And once the classroom link, attendance link is open, you can inscribe yourself and register yourself. Okay, dear tutors, do you have a comment on the first image, please? Let's go ahead.
Well, let me just try the first picture. I feel like I see, I don't know if there are two trees in the one living animal. In short, it just tells us that nature connects to each other. If the other part is not there, there is also no progress in another thing. For example, if this bird eats maybe fruits or flowers from the plant and the plant is not there, definitely it will lose its life. And again, if this plant gets its strength from this other side, it will be the same. So, in short, the mental, the physical, and the emotional are connected, and that they are supposed to function one as a whole. And if they fail to function like that, definitely that particular learner or student will not even understand what the teacher teaches and will not even understand the purpose of life and the purpose of education and the purpose of the future, and everything will be useless to him. Thank you.
Okay. Somebody else has a comment, please. Let's go ahead. Does anybody has a comment? Okay. Actually, from my perspective and point of view, the image, the image with the legs and the white is the brain. And the second one is the heart. And in between is something being given, a gift. Last module on module number 9, we were taught about the promoting values in our classroom, the importance of promoting values. And one of the values is kindness. Within this context, this is kindness being demonstrated. Sometimes when people are emotionally down, when people are not doing fine, sometimes just our kindness to them transmits a lot from the brain to the heart. And it brings a lot of well-being to their personality. It boosts up their energy and it makes them to feel fulfilled. They can easily come back and socialize for those who are isolated. So it's a very important connection. What we say to people who are in difficult moments, what we say to students who find themselves in difficult environments, because the way we relate to them is the correlation between their brain and their hearts. So these two are interconnected in such a way that what the parents, it's in the home, for example, is saying to the kid, maybe when they fail an exam, how does the kid receive that? So all that is built in the practice of values. In as much as the students practice this value, us the teachers, us the parents, we need to show them kindness. So the module clearly states here, this indicates that mental health, that mental illness is a real biological condition not a behavior that goes against social expectation and cultural norms, which means it's something that is being developed within the environment. What happens within the school context? What happens? So that's it. That's all about it. And the second image is, I think the second image is visually very important for, and is so clear. This is somebody tapping somebody's shoulder to say, let it go. It's okay. You failed the exams. You can do it again. You didn't pass your test. You can redo it. And this is assurance. This is assurance. It mentally works on the student. It mentally works on the environment, because when you assure the student, it is very easy for the student to pick up the next class. I'll give you a personal testimony about myself. I when I was in because here we have Form 1 after the primary school. When I went to the secondary school, my first year in the secondary school, I didn't do well. My grade was not good. But can you imagine somebody who has a grade who is like, because we are so many in class, you have like, you are number 21 out of 50, for example. Let's just put it that way. My grade was 11 on 20. But the next term, because I had an elder uncle who would give me the time, spend the time to teach me back when I come back from school. And the next term, I was number 3. I took number 3. So how do we relate? What are the words we tell our students? What do we tell? How do we relate with the students? How do we relate with our children? So the third image is the heart. It's still the heart plus the brain. And you see the environment is different. Now, the fourth image is the nature. Sometimes when people are going emotionally down, bring them to the natural environment. Bring them to the sea. Bring them around environments that refresh their minds. This is somebody who is refreshing their thoughts, refreshing their ideas, refreshing their minds, and they pick up easily from nature, because nature transmits, like Tito Memory said a while ago. Nature, he was talking about the trees. That's something transcribed into kindness, but this natural part is so important that sometimes we need to relate with nature. We just need to get some good breeze, get some good time, get some time by the sea, by the beach, get some air, and eventually the problems in our lives will not how can I say it, will not just evaporate one day, but you feel much better moving through this situation. Every day in life, you have troubles. Every day in life, you have problems. But the way you navigate through the problems matters. And each time Tutor Fernanda will give us our modules, the beginning of our modules is a little boy who shows his teeth. The importance of having a positive attitude. It's not what happens to you, it's the way you relate to what happens to you that matters. And that's why mentally you must be strong. Now our students may not be that way, but we need to give them extra listening ear to be able to get them out of this situation. So the next slide, Tutor. Okay. Now, dear tutors, I want to bring back these questions to you. What is emotional health? Please give your comments. The floor is open to you. The floor is open. Does anybody has something to say about what is emotional health care? What is emotional health?
Well, I will jump in there as quickly as possible. Thank you again for opening the floor. Just look at this question, say, what is emotional health? Rather, when we look into an emotional, works on the desires, perspectives, stress, anxieties, happiness, and in short, it may define everything that is cooked and baked inside myself. Simply, when we talk of emotional health, is that I should have the ability to understand who am I, and I should be aware of my shortfalls and my strengths, and that I can be able to handle the emotions. I have to stop there first.
Somebody else, please. What is emotional health? Okay. Looking at our pictures, we see the first picture is transcribed into a free environment where two people are jumping in the air. Two people feel it's not like they don't have any issue, but they feel satisfied. They feel overwhelmed. And the nature about the jumping is you see everything about them is just so open. They're like our hands all over. It's true, we have the situation, it's true, we are going through this, but we decide to be happy. It's true, emotionally, we are down, but we decide to be okay. And we can't stop to be happy because there's a situation. That's is just a statement on what emotional health is about. Yes, Tutor Maria Santilla, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. In my opinion about this topic, this question is emotional health for me. It's about how well you understand and manage and express your emotion. It means you can handle stress, deal with challenge, and build good relationship and feel balance inside. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. In the chat, Celia Maxwell gave the chat. She says, emotional health is the stability of someone's emotion, and it's how well you express your emotions. Emotional health starts with acceptance of self. That's true.
Hello.
Yes, Aminat, go ahead.
Yes, in my own opinion, emotional health is how you are able to cope with the problem or situation around you, either positive or negative.
Okay, thank you. Tito ITEL A666L says emotional health refers to the state of an individual well-being and with respect to sound feelings and comfort in absence of anxieties. That's very true. Somebody else has something to say? Okay, and at the center of the image is a heart. It's the heart. It's kindness, it's love, it represents compassion. Just like Tutor Celia says, self-acceptance of self. There comes a time where you need to love yourself. There comes a time where you need to accept the things that have happened. There comes a time where you need to just take it the way it comes. It's true, it's hard, but you have to go forward. You have to continue. You have to, and the way you express your emotions, we did say you have to keep the emotions within you, but they are there. But how you relate to others, how you relate to yourself, you need to give yourself time to heal. You need to give yourself time to accept. You give that time. And self-love is very important in this context. And the stability of your emotions will be led through a process. It's not something that will be done on one day. Yes, Tutor, the next slide. All right. Tutor Aminat, please, can you read this next slide for us, please?
Emotional health refers to how a person can manage their thoughts, feelings, and emotions throughout the ups and downs of life.
Okay. The next slide says importance. Someone with good emotional health and emotional wellness is aware of their emotions and has strategies to deal with both everyday situation and trauma experiences. So one of the things we know and we can attest is the fact that everyone have their ways of dealing with everyday situation. Everybody has their way of doing to traumatic experiences. But now, we recommend to our students, it's true, you failed yesterday, you had a failed subject yesterday, but please don't tarry on yesterday. Move ahead, and tomorrow you will do better. So that's what we transcribe and we teach our students daily, especially if they have a failed subject. How do they manage their thoughts and feelings? That's also important. There are ups and downs in life, and we think it's important to boost their energy to tell them, yes, you didn't do well last semester, but now you have the opportunity to do better. So the next slide, tutor. Okay, this is
is
the
a video.
Okay. Let's watch the video.
Calor. Nunca es fácil describir exactamente cómo nos sentimos.
Our emotions, our thoughts, our view of ourselves, they constantly change. How can you put into words what it's like to be you, or what's happening inside your head? Good mental health doesn't just mean you don't have a mental illness. It's about having a sense of purpose, getting involved with things, coping with stress and setbacks, forming close relationships, and being in touch with your own thoughts and emotions. But that's not always so easy. Pressures at home or school can get in the way and things seem chaotic. One bad day can turn into 2, then a week, a month. What you used to think was under control suddenly feels like it isn't. You keep waking up tired, your chest feels tight, your head aches, you break into cold sweats. You turn things over in your mind. You feel sad and angry more and more. You can't sleep. You can't concentrate and remember things. You might have unusual thoughts and worry too much about what people think of you. If symptoms like this continue, it could mean you have a mental health issue. Fortunately, you're not alone. Globally, 1 in 5 young people experience a mental illness at some stage.
Humans weren't really made to live the way we do now, in huge high-rise blocks of flats with people hanging over their shoulders and surrounded by all this noise and things. So life makes us anxious. There's so much more to do these days. There's so much more to keep up with.
Humans are not perfect. Just as our body might develop problems, so too can our mind. Some of the more common mental illnesses are depression, stress and anxiety, phobias, eating disorders, obsessive-compulsive disorder, bipolar or personality disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, and schizophrenia.
All right, tutors, can you give us a brief comment on this video? What do you think about this video? What do you think about this video?
Okay,
Tutor
let me give
Lupita,
it a try.
welcome. I didn't see you, Tutor Lupita.
Hello, tutor. Good
Yes,
evening.
Tutor. Yes, Tutor.
I'm
What's your
here.
point? Did you watch the video? What's your point of view on this video, Tutor?
Well, it's important feel emotion, but sometimes use this emotion and explain emotion, especially in your context, in your home. It's difficult, no? Try to feel good and express some another people.
Okay. Thank you, Tutor.
Thank you, tutor.
Yes. Tutor Memory, go ahead, please.
Thank you once again for giving me that opportunity. Firstly, it's like the video was not clear, but I still got some things like we usually be mindful. Whatsoever happens, we put it to be an issue. Simply, we get ourselves into different thoughts, and then we analyze issues of life in such a way that we do analyze the issues of life, then we end up in stress, anxiety, not easy to go, all difficulties, everything. Simply, our minds get exorbitant, whereby then we end up by saying, I have a headache, I have this dizziness, I sometimes sleep, but I can't sleep. But the greatest cause is being mindful. Usually, there's an expression they say masterminders usually the people that just concentrate on the negatives. So, as she continued explaining, she said most of the people, when they stuck on the mindset, they tend then to develop again very big problems that she included issues of depression. Depression gets them even into death. She talked about stress, they're stressed up, they are full of anxiety. Then she talked about different disorders. These disorders were on curtailing the thoughts itself, the vision, expectations, health itself, normal health, even the diet itself. She talked about different disorders that emerge in an individual. Simply, the best management of this mental health is just like accepting what is happening or what has happened to you, and then accept it as quickly as possible. Try to practice yourself different exercises. Share your views with others, and then you can come back together. So in short, it's like even if the video slipped at first, but simple notes I got are those. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Tutor. There was one other tutor with their hand up. Who was that? Does anybody have a contribution concerning this video?
Yes, tutor.
Yes, go ahead, Tutor.
Good evening. Thank you. From the video, we were able to see how they could address the issue of mental health, social interaction, and emotional intelligence. And from some of the ways and suggestions that was made, they made mention of teamwork, engaging in physical exercise, sports, and other things that can help you so that you can get much, much better. Thank you.
Okay. Somebody else has a comment, please. Okay. One of the things I learned in this video personally is the fact that whatever is happening in your life, whatever is going through your mind remember that you have a sense of purpose. Once you know where you're driving to and what your life purpose is all about, you won't tarry on situations, you won't tarry on circumstances, you will let them process themselves, because it's not about cleaning off the stuff from your mind. They exist, but moving ahead from what is existing and what has happened is very important. They say your thoughts and your emotions. Our tutor Fernanda, continuously tell us having a positive attitude. Keeping a positive attitude is important for a positive energy. Whatever is going through, the attitude from that situation would matter on how your life purpose is going to move forward. Sometimes you may think of just doing so many crazy things, but sometimes your mind, your thoughts, your emotions will be aligned to your life purpose, and you will have to rethink about some decisions you're going to make. Maybe it's time for you to go out, take a walk, like the video says. Maybe sometimes it's time for you to cope with situations in different ways, because most of the times you will have yourself requiring to eat more food, because you're stressed out, you eat, you just go ahead and you do many other things that are not necessary. I think physical exercise, just like our teacher said, is the best, one of the best stuffs. Now, what is physical health? Physical health, I'll read it. Physical health can be defined as the normal functioning of the body, representing one dimension of total well-being. It's about how your body grows, feels, and moves, and how you care for it, and what you put into it. This also explains, what do you put into your mind? What do you eat? How do you relate to the environment? How do you relate to your peers in the communities? Hasfat Habula, you want to say something? Okay. So we are tutors, we are counselors, we are coach, we are guides to students. We need to transcribe, we need to relate these informations to students to know how do you move. We need to listen to them. We need to allow them to speak. We don't have to let them quietly deal with their situations. So we need to really be support to these students. So the next video will be physical and mental health. Yes, tutor, let's go.
It wasn't like it hit me all at once. I struggled with feelings of fear and worry over the years.
When my doctor told me that the pain in my hands was caused by arthritis, those feelings continued to grow. I started to worry that I wouldn't be able to do the things I love, like gardening and playing the piano.
I started having panic attacks and feeling like I couldn't breathe. I already had asthma, which can make breathing hard anyway.
I was so stressed that I had trouble falling asleep at night. I found myself so tired during the day that I could barely focus on my work. It never occurred to me that mental health and physical health were so closely connected. I guess because you go to different kinds of health professionals for help. But I saw a news story that made me realize we really shouldn't think of them as two different kinds of health.
We're joined today by Dr. Ellen Welch, a medical doctor who says we should be thinking about our health much more broadly. Doctor, what kinds of things besides our physical health are important?
Thank you for having me on today. And yes, that's correct. When we talk about someone who is healthy, we are talking about physical health, but also mental health, social well-being, and other resources a person needs to live a full life.
That sounds like a lot more than just curing someone when they have a fever.
You're right. Health isn't just the absence of disease. It also refers to a person's ability to bounce back from an illness or other challenges in life. There are many factors that contribute to our mental and physical health. Some factors include a person's genetics, their environment, their relationships, their education, and their employment. These all impact a person's ability to lead a healthy life.
So what can our viewers do to improve the kind of health you're talking about?
Certainly eating a healthy diet and getting regular exercise as directed by a physician are keys to good health. It is also important to have healthy coping skills when challenges come up in a job or a relationship. Having healthy social relationships can also contribute to a person's overall well-being, including their mental health.
Hearing that, doctor, helped me understand that my stress was doing more than just impacting my physical health. It was also starting to hurt my relationships, affecting how I spent my free time, and seemed to make me feel overwhelmed. In fact, learning that mental health is the way our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors affect our lives helped me realize I needed to address my ongoing stress as a health issue, both physical and mental. I talked about this with my doctor, and he connected me with a therapist. I still meet with my therapist from time to time. In addition to the diet, exercise, and physical checkups from my doctor, my therapist has helped me learn to manage my stress, develop healthy relationships, and a more positive attitude. Each and every day is filled with unique ups and downs, but understanding the link between my physical and mental health has made a big difference in my ongoing recovery journey.
All right, dear tutors, this video, I just want 1 or 2 comments from this video, then we'll move to the next slide. Please, 1 or 2 comments.
All right, let me once again start. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. The video also starts in a drama of some kind, whereby it is firstly articulating the impact of what develops between the physical and the mental. It is believed that it is connected, but the stresses and the like tend to affect even everything. But what is the connection between the two? The questionnaire or the video went through some questionnaires, whereby the first question was about the importance of the connection between the mental and the physical itself. This one was justified as the quite important one through the nourishment of social well-being of an individual and learning to socialize with others. It will give us mental also health that comes in, that reduces fever. Some ask why we can still more become sick. We can still more become sick because we are human beings, but we have got the ability to overtake it when we are strong. And then asked another question, say, why do people tend to be in such particular problems? And therefore, the doctor advised it that sometimes it's about our genetics. They are born like that. We are born through heredity and everything that is there that gives us some stress and anxiety and problems on the mental and physical health. And then talked also about the environment itself, said that the environment also has got some causes and has got some demerits rather towards someone's mental and physical health. Also talked about the relationships that we have. What kind of relationship do we have and how do we relate to one another? But the last question that I got was about how to cope up with such particular situations. Said apart from maybe regular exercises, maybe balanced diet, maybe hydration and the like, but to socialize, just socialize, is also an important issue so far that we can engage in and be engaged, do something as an activity to keep us busy so that we come back and again understand ourselves of what we are doing. And again, personal examination. We have to examine ourselves as we are taking our everyday life. Simply, this is what I got from the video, as others even add. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Tutor. Tutor Andrew, please, you want to say something? We are listening to you. Tutor Andrew, your hand is up. If you have nothing to say, then Tutor Celia Maxwell will speak. Yes, Tutor?
Yes. I think the essential message is that when you're not emotionally stable, is going to affect the body. And when your body is not in condition, it's going to affect your emotions. They goes together. They are not separated. And it's important to really know your body also, because anybody can come out with any formula to keep it fit, to eat this, to eat that, but you and your body are the only one that knows exactly what you can consume and what you can do with it. Okay? And the next important thing is what you let people, what word could I use? Feed you, feed your mind with, okay, about yourself. Because we have people that tags you in many ways and describe you in many ways. But if you know yourself, if you love yourself, you are going to take care of self. In so many ways, you can take care of self. Even reading is an exercise also to contribute to elevating your mental health, your emotional health, and your physical health. I leave it as that. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, Tutor. That was so good. And that statement just summarizes everything. Tutor Andrew, you want to say something? Tutor Andrew? Now I have one question to ask dear tutors. How do you cope with stress personally? I want one or two tutors to bring us, because the correlation between the thoughts, the feeling, and the behaviors was very explicit concerning physical and mental health, how to cope with them. Please, can one or two tutors give me, how do you cope with stress, your daily stress? Let's get Tutor Fatima.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Tutor.
Personally, I handle stress by taking a break from whatever stressful or strenuous activities I do. I could take a break, read a book, watch a movie, or sleep. And one other thing I like to do when I'm stressed is I consume cakes and chocolates. It helps me relieve stress and it helps me feel good generally. Thank you.
Thank you, Tutor. Any tutor, please share with us, how do you cope with your daily stress? Anybody?
All right. I will jump in as quick as possible anyway. I will
Tutor.
Yes, Tutor. Go ahead.
So, how I manage my stress is that I made
Yes.
sure I had a warm bath. Like, I took a very nice shower because I love my body. Yes, like, so I love the scent and it's so comfy. Then I ensure that I have good food, I eat nice, then I have a very good and sound sleep.
Okay. Thank you, Tutor. For me personally, I just get to walk or I listen to music. And sometimes I just take 2 hours. I listen to a worship song, some inspirational song, which will boost my morals. And sometimes after that, I feel so good. If it persists, I will move to another environment. So I like to travel to, if it's so bad, I will have to travel, like take a weekend off. So thank you very much, Tutor. Another person, do you have something? How do you cope with your
Tutor
stress?
Fontem, if you let me to share with the people, I think most of the cases of the problems in our health is the stress. And the stress is caused because we are not organized and disciplined. So I think the best way to get a great mental, physical, and emotional health care is to be organized, disciplined, take the time to make the things and take the time to rest because it's necessary for all of us. The problems are everywhere. the problems are for everybody. But if we decided to do not disturb with the problems, check the solution for the problems only in the moment that you are going to do it, that's going to be better. Because we are worried. Oh, the people is saying something about me. The people is making that and doesn't help me. Okay, nobody is going to take care of your health, only by yourself. So the thing is, be ordered, be organized, be disciplined, and take care of yourself. Doesn't matter what the people is doing or thinking or happening with you. That's all.
Exactly. And at this module, there were recommendations that I read through. The first one, socialize with people with positive thinking. The second one is keep a positive attitude. The third one is have an agenda or activities or established activities, schedules. The fourth one is maintain empathic, effective, and assertive communication. The fourth one is reflect. The fifth one is seek professional help, especially if you know you're going through a very difficult time. If you need to go see a doctor, it's important to get an appointment with a doctor. And another recommendation is have a clear purpose. What are you here on earth for? Some of these questions, when you ask yourself, you know exactly what you're going to do. So to maintain an emotional balance, it is important to take care of your thoughts since they influence the state of your mind. So being clear about our life purpose generates inspiration, motivation, and confidence. So I don't know, any other person has another thing to add concerning this particular module, because we are getting to our conclusion very soon. Any other tutor, please share with us.
Yeah, sometimes it's just like to set boundaries. So when you see something that gives you stress, you may set boundaries of your own stress management. You make sure that I should not touch this one, it will stress me. I should not do this one, it will worry me. I should not do, you make sure that you set own boundaries. Thank you.
Tito Fatima, go ahead.
Okay, in conclusion, I just wanted to add that to have a holistic learning experience, both the tutor and the learner have to have a complete emotional, physical, and general health well-being. So if one of these participants is not healthy in all aspects, then the whole learning experience is not going to be very smooth. So while you are concerned about your students, your learners, your pupils, you should also be concerned about your own health as a tutor. Thank you.
Thank you very much, tutor. That's an important aspect because it's a two-way process. Just as the student needs to be healthy, the teacher needs to be healthy. Somebody else has something to say because we are concluding. Okay. Dear tutors, tutor, can we get the conclusion of our module on the slide?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for coming to the class today. This is a Thursday, as every week, that we are going to have in connection to complete the Teaching Tutor program and the Teaching Tutor diploma. Thanks for all of you. Your participation is very important in this program. Remember, attitude. As I always say, I'm going to repeat every time, every day. Positive attitude, positive work, positive imagination, positive all of you. And remember always, smile doesn't cost any money and enrich your soul. So keep in touch and I'll see you next Thursday, please.
Thank you, tutor. Next Thursday.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you both.